Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So we're gonna go ahead and do our countdown first. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and have a minute and a half to get sound check. Looks like Steel Cookie, Toy Adventure, and Tyler Wright. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Alright, well, it looks like it's time for me to start this video, so here we go. Alright. So, sorry about the black space for a while there. Welcome, and as we saw, there's lots of cool new origins out there coming out that we've seen announced. And these are the evil origins, so we'll see these evil ones. Looks like I cut off the S on my origins of my video feed, but I want to thank somebody. Peo today was the first person to send me the pictures. I got them sent from all kinds of people. Lots of people sent me the pictures. I wanted to thank Peo specifically because he was Johnny on the spot and sent pictures right away. But to the rest of you who sent them, thank you. I got like about 7 or 8 people sending them to me. It was awesome. I think Mike was somebody else and Kristen was somebody too. So thanks you guys. It was really cool that you guys are all like, check out these new figures, man. I'm like, oh yeah, those are cool looking. So let's start with Skeletor. Skeletor 2000X. Now, as you know, I've been waiting for this figure. I'm pretty excited about getting it. But I was a little disappointed in the way they actually made him. But his legs look cool. The bottom part of his legs are what I was expecting. His loincloth is awesome too. I was hoping for a little more in the gauntlet section. And the head, so-so. And they went the same armor. But for 2000X Skeletor, it's still pretty cool. And look, they gave him his sword, but it looks like it doesn't break into 2 pieces. We'll have to wait and see to see if they actually break it into 2 pieces or not. Wow, you guys are commenting like crazy. Hey, Mike B, thanks for being here. Fallen Jed 1 or Fallen Jedi, thanks for being here. Eric, my day was going great today. Thanks for asking. Daniel Productions, thanks for being here. Edward, thanks for being here. What'd I miss? Nothing so far. So far, I've just showed Skeletor, and I thank somebody for sending me the pictures. I feel like a dork mentioning this the 3rd time now, but since you missed my earlier comment, oh, it is Fallen Jedi. Hooray, I said it right the first time. Thanks for humoring me and posting it one more time, man. Fallen Jedi. Let's see, Black Phoenix 77 says 2000X Skeletor looks just like the regular Skeletor. It does have a lot of features of regular Skeletor. His wrists though are different. These are the same wrists we got with Keldor and He-Man, but the original Skeletor had the spikes, if you remember, on the top and bottom. They give kind of that glove-finned look. And so that's different. And then, of course, the loincloth's completely different. Just the armor's the same, except for the paint scheme on it. And then, of course, his head is completely different, too, it looks like. Not that I'm a fan of this head. I'm not sure. It's kind of strange looking. It looks almost like more like a robotic thing with the zzz, you know, going up and down with the like a heartbeat monitor. But I do like the legs. I like the loincloth. I may have to swap the head out myself and make my own 2000X head. But very cool. I think it's a pretty cool figure we're going to have. So, all right, next up, we have Snout Spout. And my wife calls this figure Trunks. And it's like, Trunks, that's an awesome name. How come Mattel didn't call it Trunks? I mean, it was before DBZ, so I'm sure Trunks was available. And so I kind of like the Trunks. And I asked her, I said, what's this guy's name again? She was, Trunks? I said, no, that is cool, though. So now Trunks, or Snout Spout, comes with an extra head. And so he has an articulated nose or a straight nose. And the straight nose actually squirts, it looks like. It looks like his backpack's like some kind of squishy thing or something that allows you to squirt. So that's kind of cool. And you can see that it has two different backpacks. This backpack looks like the one you've seen with the 2000X style. And then we have the backpack from the 80s style. So they're giving us both heads. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have Leech. Now, Leech looks pretty cool. I really like the head they gave him for this. I think it's an excellent way to go with him. Let's see. Feet are not right. Oh, for the Skeletor. Yes. Let's jump back to that. Jump back. The Skeletor 2000X has the wrong feet. I noticed that as well. Now, it's not the same feet I think we got with the Skeletor we have now. I have to check and see. But it's still the wrong feet. He only has 3 toes. He should have 5 toes. If even 4 toes would be cool, being he mixed with Demo Man. But the 3-toed is definitely not 2000X. So let's go ahead and get back to where we were at. Trunks. All right, and on to Leech. Now, Leech also comes with an alternate head. And, of course, he also comes with alternate hands, too, so he can actually stick to the walls. If you take a look at his hands and feet, they have little tabs to pull off the suction cup, so you can tell he's going to actually stick. Now, he doesn't have a suction cup feature like we had before. We actually push the button and really sucks in tight. But he is going to have a suction cup where you just stick them on there, I'm guessing. I don't think that's a button on his back. I could be wrong, but it looks like the middle part of his mouth might have some kind of feature there. I mean, that's just the way it's clipped on there. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at you guys' comments. Leech looks like he's going to have weak knees. Yep, his knees do look kind of weak. Weak in the knees. Leech. Snout Spout does look good. Yep. Leech is a must-have. Is more spectacular in Classics too. Yeah, but Classics messed up on Leech. They made him too skinny and kind of weird shaped, the way they kind of, sucked in his stomach. They didn't make him Leech. They made him different. And it looks like they may have followed suit with this too. I remember the Leeches when I was back in the 80s. He was bulky and big and, it wasn't just flat because he had to hold that airbag inside of him and you'd push the button on. And so I remember the Leech as a kid, he actually had some girth to him. But this one looks like it follows suit with the Classics, which is missing the girth. No girth Leech. Snout Spout reminds me of Skeletor. He kind of does. Of course, Snout Spout, he has those boots, which look a lot like the boots we're going to see with Sunman figures. I wonder if it's the same boots or not. We'll have to go back and check those out later. You know what? I said it was the evil guys, but I guess Snout Spout's not evil. Well, I guess he is now, right? We'll make him evil. He actually shoots fire from his nose. Anyway. So let's go ahead and continue on. The next one is Grizzlor. The giant monkey ape dude that is like Beastman with fur. Yep, kind of a fun one. As we saw, they released the Blackface Grizzlor's PowerCon exclusive, and here we have the furry beast. Now, what's cool about Grizzlor is his armor is so generic that you can take it off and use it for a lot of guys. In fact, I've actually used his armor before and stretched it onto the giant, the green giant Megator, and made, when he has the zombie head, and used him for the evil horde. So it's kind of cool with Grizzlor. I didn't see any alternate heads or alternate parts. And last, we have Mantena. Now, Mantena looks like he's going to be a lot of fun because he also has an alternate head, and it looks like his eyes actually come in and out. So I think there's a button on the top of his head that you can press that will pop his eyes in and out, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Maybe it's a switch on his back that you pull up at the same time. There's no back picture, so I don't know. But what I love about this figure is he's got 4 legs. Remember the 80s version, they had 2 legs stuck together at a time, and it was like, you know, him walking around with these 2 sets of legs, you know, and so that didn't work too well. So anyway, so I think it's cool he's got the 4 legs. No one's knocking him over. I mean, he'll be able to stand up to all kinds of stuff. When they release the battle ram, you can shoot the missile at him and he'll still stand. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Toy Adventure says he might get the King Randor. Weird Toy Adventures says I pre-ordered Zor and Tila. I did as well. That does like a pretty cool set. I want a bulky Leech. Yes, Rick, I want a bulky Leech too. Definitely want Grizzlor, says Mike. Black Phoenix 77. I wonder if this means we can get a Modulock now. That would be cool. I hope when they release Modulock, they actually make him so he can actually be pulled apart and put back together all different ways like Lego or something, and not just like we saw with Super 7, where they just made the figure and had only a few interchangeable parts. So that would be cool. I wonder if you shaved Grizzlor, it's Kenny G under all that hair. That's funny. All right, Don Draper says, I'm not going to get the Horde or Snake Man, can't afford to do the whole line. Yeah, it does get kind of spendy. You know, like I said before, when this first came out, I was not planning on buying any of the Revelation figures because I have classics. But the Revelation figures are so cool and so much fun. You know, I think I might be, unfortunately, buying more than I anticipated. All right, so next we have a vehicle. Hooray, Roton. Or as I like to call it, the Razor Crest. Okay, it's not the Razor Crest, but it has this spinning giant blade. They should have called it something else besides Roton. You know, like a Saber Saw of Death or something. I don't know. But, I don't know. It's just, I should have given it some other name. But Roton works. Hopefully it still spins with the action feature. Now, it's funny is I've actually used my Roton for my Origins. I made a video of it one time showing it. And you could fit a lot of guys inside the Classics Roton because they're so small compared to Classics. It's kind of cool. So the Roton can almost be like the attack track for the bad guys when you looked at the Classics one. Now, I'm curious, though, how large this will be. Because we saw with the Wind Raider, you can actually stuff a Classics figure in the Wind Raider. Now, you couldn't do it with the Shark Attack. Is that what it's called? Shark Attack? I know I kept saying I should call it Shark Tank, but maybe it is Shark Attack. What is the name of that shark? Land Shark. I know you can't stuff a Classics in a Land Shark vehicle, so it doesn't quite fit, but I wonder if a Classic's going to fit in this one. If it does, that's cool for guys that have Classics that missed out on the Roton, because Roton was kind of spendy, even though Roton did come with that extra cool figure. All right, let's take a look at your guys' comments. I might get that Roton, says Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Roton is a mix. It looks Classics. Now, what's cool is it has the alternate face. So you can change it to the crazy face that looks like something from the Beatles album, or the other face that has on there now. It also has the top like the model, which we also saw in Classics. And then it has the 2 guns. But will it have the multiple places to put the guns, or just one location only? So we'll have to see. Land Shark, thank you, Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. They should have called it Shark Tank. I'm telling you, Shark Tank matches better than Land Shark. Yeah, crazy. When Snake Mountain comes out, we will see more related stuff to the mountain. Cool, cool. Taylor Riley says, I'm getting the 2000X Skeletor. Excellent. Even if I don't like the way he is now, I'm still getting him because, you know, like I said, the loincloth looks cool, the leg armor looks cool, the head not a fan, but that's okay. I can still change some stuff out. Roton has a cage. Actually, Mike, if you take a look at the old models they made a long time ago, I think they're by Revlon, I don't know, I forget the name of the company, but they made 3 different vehicles, and one is the Roton, and the Roton actually had a cage on top. And we actually get the Fighting Foemen from those model kit images, because they had these generic looking guys inside driving them, and then somebody tried to interpolate what those pictures looked like as a full figure, and that's where we got our Fighting Foemen in Classics. And the Classics did have the lid on top too, like that, so that's kind of cool. The cage. Ah, that Skeletor does not have cape. Ah, good put. So we're gonna have to all buy some extra 2-packs of the Keldor / Kronos so we can get some capes to put on him. So time to run to Target, and hopefully we can find those on sale. So there you go. We need the capes. 2000X got to have a cape. Who knows? They might include it. I'm guessing. I'm hoping that they didn't show us everything. That there may be some other stuff they're going to show us. So that'd be cool. So my question of the day. Hey, Pierce, it's going good. Thank you for asking. Wonder better be out soon on Mattel. Oh, I hope they don't put them on Mattel Creations because sometimes it's so hard to get stuff on there. I just hope they just release them. We can just buy them on Big Bad toy stores where my go-to now. All right, so which is my favorite? So let's hear your guys' opinions. Which do you think is going to be my favorite out of these figures? And I'll go ahead and bring up all of them again so you can see them. There they all are. Okay, someone says Mantena. Yeah, they probably did say it's going to be on Mattel Creations. Somebody else said Mantena. Trunks. Your favorite is Snout Spout. Someone else, Fallen Jedi, says Leech. Dean Rock says Grizzlor. I'll give you a couple more minutes to do your guesses. Pierce says Snout Spout. Pop Actor Rick says Grizzlor. Steel Cookie thinks it's going to be Leech. Jay Lee, Mantena. And Eric says Skeletor. Tyler Riley, 2000X Skeletor. Well, let's take a look. And let's see what my favorite is. Now, it's kind of a trick question, and I do admit that, because I actually have 3 favorites. I think these are really cool, and I'll show you my 3 favorites in order. So the first one of my favorites, my most favorite, number 1, I should do it the other direction, huh? Is the Skeletor 2000X. Yes, he is my favorite out of this showed so far. I think he has the most potential to do some really cool customizations. If you look at him right now, his hood and his armor do not match, but I'm guessing they will match before they release him. And so far to this line that we've seen for the ones I showed today, he's my favorite. My second favorite is Mantena. So whoever guessed that one, woo! The 4 legs. How cool is that? The popping eyes action feature. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun. And my third favorite is Leech. Leech is cool because of the alternate head. If he just had the suction cup head, he wouldn't be there. I also like the alternate hands too. That's a cool touch. So I'm sure Leech will probably cost a little extra from the extra head and the extra hands. But 4 legs is all we asked for, Mike Wilson says. I should have said all, laughing out loud. Well, unfortunately, I did not have Snout Spout in there. And I also did not have the furry guy either. So there you go. So his head is awful. That's funny. Skeletor 2000X looks like he's doing a De Niro monologue in front of a mirror. You're looking at me, He-Man? You looking at me, He-Man? That's funny. Skeletor's heads is awful, but thankfully I have a bunch of Skeletor heads. There you go. And you know, you can always get a really cool 2000X head from my friend at Plastic Curves. I've gotten quite a few Skeletor heads from her. Skeletor is pretty easy to paint because he doesn't have skin tone, and so just painting the green, the yellow, and some peach if you want it on the cheeks, it's pretty easy to do. So Skeletor is a really easy head to paint compared to trying to paint someone that actually has eyes and everything else. So Mantena will never tip over. Nice. Let's see. The final figures will look better, most likely. Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. I hope you are right. Ever since the Tila scandal where we got from Super 7 and really cool pictures of Tila, and then we ended up with not cool pictures of Tila, or Tila looked awful. And they also did it to us with Conan the Barbarian when they released him. It was like, what'd you do to his face, man? But anyway, let's go ahead and look at them all again because they are cool. There they all are. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I might have another video tonight. If not, I'm going to have a ton of videos on Saturday. I got some stuff from Big Bad Toy Store today. I got another pack I'm going to open for something, so I should have a lot of opening review videos. So I will talk to you guys later. Again, share, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I know it sounds corny, but hey, good journey. Anyway, see you guys later. I'm going to do my outro. Let me check the last comments before I do. Let's see. Wow, you guys comment a lot. Snake Men on Friday. Really? Wow, that's going to be really cool. Leg armor. Nice. All right. Bye, Steel Cookie. Bye, Black Phoenix 77. Good night, Pierce. Thanks for joining us. And it is time for my outro. It's funny the lag on this. Until we are one. No Snake Man. Oh. Good night, you guys. No Jeff. Yeah, Jeff didn't make it today.